Meghan Markle spoke to NPR's Morning Edition on Father's Day to celebrate the release of her first children's book, The Bench. Markle's NPR interview aired yesterday, which, contrary to widespread speculation, is not her first interview after the birth of her daughter. The announcement has prompted many to assume that Markle is breaking her maternity leave to speak on the radio program, causing a great deal of confusion among news outlets and royal fans alike. The Duchess of Sussex granted this interview before the birth of her daughter Lilibet, and the date of airing was based on the fact that we are a Sunday show. During the chat, the former actress spoke about her new children's book The Bench, her relationship with husband Prince Harry, as well as his new role as a dad to Lilibet and Archie, who is 2 years old. Meghan Markle has revealed her delight at watching the love blossom between Prince Harry and son Archie. Last year, Meghan Markle offered a wooden bench to her husband Prince Harry, coupled with a poem. This is where she found inspiration for her book. In a touching Father's Day message, the Duchess of Sussex described their relationship as tender, and praised her husband for leading by example. It follows the release of her children's picture book The Bench, which she said was a love story about growing with Harry in good times or bad. Prince Harry's wife has indeed revealed that their son Archie was a fan of his mom's book. The little boy, who recently celebrated his 2 years, is, according to the Duchess, already a great lover of literature despite his young age. Archie loves the book. He has a voracious appetite for books, and every time we read him a story he keeps repeating, over again. Now the fact that he likes The Bench, and that we can say to him, "Mum wrote this book," is a wonderful feeling. The passion for Archie's books has also guided Meghan Markle throughout the writing of The Bench. The Duchess had her son constantly on her mind during the process, and it was that thought that drove her to make sure all the details were perfect, because she knew her son would notice all the little things. Prince Harry's wife therefore applied herself not to disappoint her boy. Mission successful. He loves everything, so concluded the Duchess. Harry and Archie have their initials carved into a tree beneath the book's sleeve. H+A is etched into a wood-like page behind Meghan's author bio. Meghan also included Princess Diana's favorite flower in her children's picture book in a sweet nod to her late mother-in-law. One page features beautiful blue forget-me-nots, officially called scorpion grasses, illustrated by Christian Robinson. The Bench was released on June 8 in the UK, Ireland, US, Australia, New Zealand, India and South Africa. While it first made headlines in the United Kingdom for not topping the bestseller list the week it was released, it's making headlines again 2 weeks later for making it to No. 1 on the New York Times bestseller list in the children's picture book category. Markle was grateful and released the following statement on Archwell, the website for her and Harry's foundation. "While this poem began as a love letter to my husband and son, I'm encouraged to see that its universal themes of love, representation and inclusivity are resonating with communities everywhere." Meghan donated 2,000 copies of The Bench to libraries, schools, and organizations throughout the U.S. She states that her efforts are an attempt to focus on well-being following the difficult year many have faced. Meghan Markle's book The Bench was criticized by royal experts and a series of British newspapers upon its release. The book has a specific illustration where a red-headed soldier wearing an American uniform is seen holding his young son aloft as a woman watches on, crying from a window. Royal expert Angela Levin said that, "They've got obviously a caricature of Prince Harry, red hair with his son, and also he's wearing an American Army uniform." Prince Harry's biographer asks if Royal doesn't want to be British anymore, after Meghan Markle's children's book featured illustration of him in U.S. military uniform. An op-ed in The Sun laid into Meghan, as Harry's military days ended long before Archie was born. Another article in The Sun claimed Meghan was implying that Harry was bitter about being stripped of his military titles. Royal author Phil Dampier told the tabloid, "For Harry, who put his life on the line and then founded the highly successful Invictus Games for injured servicemen and women, losing the titles was the bitterest part of Mexit." But now, Meghan has revealed the real inspiration behind this now infamous illustration. And the sensational tabloids were way off the mark. While the military dad depicted in The Bench shows a striking resemblance to Prince Harry, Meghan Markle revealed that he was actually inspired by someone else entirely. In an interview with NPR, Meghan talked about how she wanted to represent all different types of families in her book. Meghan also said she specifically wanted to include a military family and recounted an encounter she had with a sergeant while she was on a USO tour. She said, "That page is true to form for him and his family. There are lots of little small moments like that that were personal memories or anecdotes that I wanted infused in there." Meghan said the story transcends the story of my family. As I put pen to paper then, I felt it was uniquely our story that I was capturing. But as we have long known, sometimes the most personal stories can resonate the most universally, because it is through sharing and hearing others' experiences that we feel even more connected to them. Meghan concluded her June 20th message by saying, "On this Father's Day, we celebrate you. Those who lead by example, who lead with love, and who recognize that the dad you are for your son today defines the man he becomes tomorrow." Prince Charles shared a throwback photo of himself with Prince Harry for Father's Day amid reports that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are furious that he won't make his grandson Archie a prince. Taken at the Cirencester Park Polo Cup in 2004, the image shows Prince Charles smiling with his two sons. Leading royal biographer Robert Lacey said that, "It is possible that Prince Charles may try to remove royal status from the Sussex children when he comes to the throne, but that does not seem likely because of the potential impact on his popularity ratings." Lacey, who is set to release an updated edition of his book Battle of Brothers, says when Charles does take to the throne, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex could follow in the footsteps of Earl and Countess of Wessex, who have not styled their children Prince or Princess. The couple's children, James and Louise, are instead known as Viscount Severn and Lady Louise Windsor. The siblings, who are 13th and 14th in line to the throne, will get a choice on whether to take royal titles or style themselves as HRH when they turn 18. Under the current system, Archie will automatically become a prince as grandchildren of the monarch when the Queen dies and Prince Charles ascends to the throne. Therefore, the only way that Archie could be prevented from becoming a prince is if the Queen decides to change the rules. The full details of Charles's plan for a slimmed-down monarchy have never been revealed, but it has been speculated that only heirs to the throne and their immediate families will receive full titles, financial support from the public purse through the sovereign grant and police protection funded by the taxpayer. Insiders suggest they hadn't seen the move coming, and were shocked to find that Charles will take the active step of changing legal instruments known as the letters patent in order to exclude Archie and others. According to royal expert and Town and Country magazine's Victoria Murphy, as the daughter of a duke, Lily could use Lady before her name just as Archie would have been entitled to use the courtesy title Earl of Dumbarton. However, Harry and Meghan have chosen not to use these styles for either of their children when they announced their names to the world. When they did this for Archie, it was widely interpreted that they wanted him to have a normal life and were shunning the formalities a title can bring, she added.
Thank you for watching. If you liked, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates. We will update the latest videos about the royal family every day. Thanks and goodbye.